You belong with me. You belong.
Yo,
Hi everyone, my
Hello.
name is Daria.
and my name is Hollis P. Monroe, and we are believers. I know you got your own meaning behind it, but I'm gonna say, as I say, we are believers because we are speaking about what we believe. We do not claim to know these things.
Yeah. But for me, I have extra meaning
Yes.
for believers because I believe in people and all the best in this world and that good stuff will win.
Good stuff
Yeah.
will win.
But
I like that though. I like it.
Yeah.
I believe that good stuff will win.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm sure in this. Just be nice with yourself,
Word.
on other people, on this world, and
Yeah.
you will
Yeah.
be a winner.
Yeah.
So, Hollis,
yes.
about what you like to speak today.
Well, I have a new thing that I'm going to implement into my life,
Whoa.
right? I think I'm going to do in times of conflict. You know, I like to talk. You know, I like to have these conversations with people, right?
Okay.
And oftentimes, everyone starts getting defensive, and then everyone's passionate about the discussion or whatever. And I noticed that I think it's more productive when people aren't so defensive about their positions, right? Like when you're more open to talking and getting to the root of the matter, whatever. And I was thinking about like how I could implement this into my daily life.
Okay.
And one of the things that I realized that I avoid doing is putting a label or calling someone a name. Like I think it's more beneficial and more easily digestible when you describe someone's or something's behavior rather than calling it a name. You know what I mean? Like if you were to call someone like a hypocrite, you know?
Yeah.
I think this already set someone
Because he have his open description already inside.
yes.
And it can be completely different than yours.
Yes, and most people would take this as negative or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you can say to someone, okay, you say you believe this for these people, but when it comes to you, you don't believe this for yourself or something like that, you know? And I feel like this can open up a discussion more than I feel like using the word, putting this label on a person, it shuts down the discussion. But when you discuss the actual topic and it opens things up a little bit more, and you at least have something to discuss, because someone will oftentimes, like if you call them a liar, they're just going to defend that they're not a liar instead of like if you say, hey, you said this and then I found out this, you know what I mean? You know, then you can talk about what actually happened rather than the person's saying, I'm not a liar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's like from same category if you say somebody asshole, and you can if you have fight with your wife, for example, or husband, and you can just scream you are stupid or you asshole, or you can say I love you, but you was coming too late and it hurt me so much because you lose very important something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's a description, because if you put these labels of person, you know, it's automatically this person will have pictures about everything what is applying for him to these pictures, to this label.
Yeah.
For example, I'm bad husband, I'm bad daddy, I'm bad person, I'm bad worker, I'm bad friend, bad everything everywhere, and what else he have in his head. And of course, I think it's best way for open communication. If you tell clear. So open, clear communication, so all everything,
Yeah.
If you say open what exactly you was not liking, which action you was not liking, which feeling is for you, and from your perspective, from your position, not call everybody just, you're an asshole, you cannot understand.
Yeah.
Let him chance to understand,
Right.
say, this action, I feel it's like this. And maybe from your perspective it's different, let's speak about. Yeah, but it's how often it happens.
Well,
it's so easy just to say, you're an asshole. And not so easy to start this patient conversation and say, I respect your position. Yeah, I can imagine that you can be right in your position. But from my perspective, it's looking like this.
Right. See, the thing is once you start feeling passionate, right? And you're trying to get your point across, then you start taking shortcuts. And one of those shortcuts is using a label, right? But I think, so the way you describe it is being able to say it without having so much emotion behind it, right? Because you can, then this is being calm or whatever. And of course, I think that you should definitely try to be calm when you're discussing something and keeping your emotions in check. But I think also if you are feeling passionate or angry or anxious or whatever about when you're having a conversation, I still think you can say that, you can express that, but as long as you stop short of using a label. I think if you can just don't use a label, I think you can still even be as passionate about it, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you need self-control, Don't stop to think about that you can hurt someone, or you can put labels for everyone, and you are a princess, on white horse.
Yeah. But I mean, I think also in a way, if you can imagine the words that any sane, halfway decent parent would know, right? There are certain things you don't say to your child or whatever, or certain things you wouldn't say. Well, I wouldn't say to my mom. And so I apply this to everybody, you know what I mean? So I'll try to I don't find it so difficult to not do this. And even if I do it, in the second that it comes out of my mouth, I grab it and pull it back. You know what I mean? I say, oh, all right, I don't mean to say this. I think if you can have that thought in the moment, that as soon as it comes out, you have to retract it and apologize for it, And actually, I think even if you stop at that point, then you'll stop being so angry as well. Yeah, I think it's possible. Are you not able to do this? You haven't called me an asshole yet.
No, I call nobody asshole.
Okay. What do you call people?
Actually, I practice this understanding that nobody was liking to do something bad for me, and he have own reason why he done action.
Yes.
This or different, or it was not something about me, not because he was liking to hurt me, to do something bad. And I start just to look in this topic and try to find out why. Why? It's of course it's me. It's not a reason. It's not because of me. That why? Let's speak about this. Let's discuss it. Let's find out what happens. And maybe I can help you. And I try, because if I react like this, it means something was touching me.
Yeah.
It's something. It's applying to me personally. But nothing can touch me. I'm complete, I'm full person, and I know that I do nothing bad to other people, and I hope so. I try to do it.
Yeah.
If it was not planned, sorry.
Yeah.
Nobody's side. I know that nobody is doing something for me because, everybody...
For you or to you?
To me.
To you, okay.
because everybody is living in own world and they're thinking about own feelings, own, I don't know, upsets, relation. I don't know what, everybody have own world. And they're not thinking about somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
How is it outside?
Yeah.
It's too much to do inside.
Right.
So that's I understand this, and I understand that if somebody tells something or act what I was not liking, it's not because of me. It's something in his world, something happens. Which force him. And I prove it a lot of times, you know? For example, okay, in December, we had fight with my ex-husband.
Okay.
And he was screaming on me like a crazy. And I stayed calm. I said, okay, well, interesting. And after some time, he calmed down. We spoke about this, and he said, you know, it was so hard situation. I had so much appointments, so much rejection for projects, and it was some money issue and so on.
Yeah.
And he said sorry, you know.
Yeah.
So I understood that something happens, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, like with you, it was once with you. I ask you something, and you start. What happens here? What
did I do?
Yeah,
what was it?
Some reaction. I said, oh, okay. Maybe I know you have your diet at the moment. Maybe he's just hungry or tired. I will come back to him later. You know,
Yeah.
I can apply to you and start to scream to you back.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, what's up? What's up with you? I don't know, to say some words which I will be not able to take it back. You know?
Yeah.
This is more important, to take your 1 minute, 2 minutes, your count till 10, you know. Is it really a good idea to answer now or to tell these words? Because you can say in 10 minutes, sorry.
Yeah.
But this feeling which you will give to other person, no,
Yeah, because
sure.
they're gonna react to you and
I will have it already, you know.
Yeah.
Because if you say it, maybe you think about this, and just to be nice, you say it sorry after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, but it will give me this bad feelings already. So
Right.
I like to be
Yeah.
bio. I like to go through everything with this understanding to other people that nobody like to do something bad to me.
Right.
And nobody like to do something. I don't like to do something bad to other people.
Okay.
If I do something, not because I don't like this person personally, you know.
Yeah.
Just
You don't have anybody that you don't like?
So really hate or
Just don't like. Like, you know, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm about to get off track because I like where this was going as far as like. I find this all under the umbrella of ways to properly disagree and to properly argue and have a conflict. This is like, you know, good tools for resolving conflicts or whatever. But now that you brought it up, I want to talk about like one thing that was going on with me. I think I had already moved out of Philadelphia, but I was in town and I had gone to this party. I specifically remember where I was, and there was this party that they used. I don't know if it still goes on, but it was called Sundays. It was like a Sunday day party.
Day party.
Yeah, day party. Yes, during the day. I remember being there, and there was like somebody that was dancing. And this person wasn't doing anything to me, wasn't looking at me, wasn't paying. I don't even know if they knew I was in the room. But something about them was really making me angry. Like, I don't know what was going on, but it was really like annoying me, you know? And I was like, thinking in this moment, I wonder if this is what a bully feels like. Like I actually felt like I wanted to do something to this person for no reason at all. You know what I mean? And I don't think I've ever felt this way before or after, because I started thinking about it like very soon after I started having this feeling. Like, why was I having this feeling? And I thought, like, I wonder if this is what a bully feels like. Like, am I jealous of this person somehow? Is he having a good time and I don't feel like I can have? I actually still don't know why. I was able to recognize it wasn't right. It wasn't good to feel this way, and it was worth examining. I definitely felt it in that moment, and it was a very, very strange
I can understand. Do you remember we spoke about this already, and I told to you I had difficult relation with my boss.
Okay.
And I wonder all the time why I react with her like this. Why she's making me just crazy, you know? I was just, angry in 1 minute. I start to be like really aggressive. I was not liking to see her. I was not liking to hear her. For me it was very complicated to work with her together. And in the end I find out she's just looking like my mom.
Oh, wow.
I cannot understand and make this line, And I met my mom after a side time. And oh my God, I hate this. She was just looking same size, same, almost same hairstyle. It's a lot of common points and how she speak, way to speak.
Oh.
She tried to be like polite.
Okay.
But I react aggressive because of my childhood.
Okay.
I know already with my mom only aggressive, I learned it from my mom. It's like this pattern I apply for a person which just was looking same way, you know.
Interesting.
And it's amazing, yeah. And it's not so easy to split it, you know.
Yeah.
If you have this view in your head, like a pictures, for me, for example, it's not easy to see other person and this person.
Right.
Like, for example, once I met one guy, he was nice, but because of my Russian accent, he started to drive crazy. And I start to try to find out what happens, why he is like this with me. And he said my ex was Russian. With Russian accent, it just was driving him crazy because it was not a wonderful time in his life. And he was so aggressive to me.
Okay.
Because I speak in same way with same accent.
Wow.
It was bringing all these bad emotions in him.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And he can do also nothing with this.
Wow. Yeah, because
I was looking different.
Yeah.
I was a completely different person, but he can do nothing.
Wow.
It's remind him about this bad time, and that's all.
Okay. So he was able to identify why he felt that way. He was never able to get past this, or like was he? Did you talk to him about it? Right.
Yeah.
Did he know why he knew why he felt this way immediately? Yeah. He didn't have to think about it.
Not immediately.
Okay.
We find out it together after some time.
Oh, wow.
Because he said, come on. It's not fun for me.
Okay.
to speak in this way, because he started to be like, he was trying to touch me and to catch some emotions in me, bad way. He said, what happens here? I know you 2 days or something like this, and no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he said, I can do nothing.
Okay,
so he just bring all this, my emotions.
Wow.
out.
And he couldn't get past this, or so did you?
Maybe he need time.
Okay.
Maybe he need time. Maybe it was too fresh. I don't know. I just stopped to communicate with him because he cannot stop to act in the same way.
Wow.
I said, oh, okay.
Wow.
Don't treat me like this.
Yeah.
I'm not deserve it.
Right. So it's interesting because I guess it's so important to ask why. Like, it's so important to ask why. And I think part of like the way you can continue to resolve these conflicts is by asking why, asking another person why they feel the way that they feel, or why they said what they said, as opposed to just reacting. Because of course, I guess the other way to handle is he when you talk about this guy, he hears your Russian accent, it makes him feel a certain way. and he reacts. So he's reacting to your accent, and then you react to him reacting to your accent, and then you're like having a conflict when you really don't even really need to have one. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I guess it's good to reflect upon these things and, you know, I guess get a little bit better at asking the question to another person and asking the question to yourself. Yeah. So,
yeah, not create, you know, some movie in your head.
Yeah.
Because, for example, one friend of mine, she said, "Oh, yeah, it's so nice to be with him together, but he write me only before we meet us. All other time, no one messages.
Right.
No, he's just using me, you know, to spend some nice time, you know, at home, and that's all." I said, ask him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just busy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like this. You are right, so you will know it.
Yeah.
But, you know...
yeah. So it's, you know, so you react to the story that you're creating in your head, you know? Yeah, I actually...
And you start to be aggressive automatically.
Yeah,
you tell nothing, but if he tells something, you're you're asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, man. No, I had a situation like this with the guy when I lived in Montreal, and I was like, I guess the guy, he owned a store or something, and there was a dumpster back there, and it was right next door to our apartment building. So apparently people had been putting, you know, trash from their apartment into the store's dumpster. And so I happened to go out there, and I had never even, I don't know if I had done it before or whatever, but I had taken our trash out and I went to throw it in the dumpster, and the guy was out there and he was like, "Rah!" You know, like, "Why are you putting it down?" You know, like, he's like, "Don't put your stuff in our trash," you know, because he pays for his to be, you know. And I'm like, "Hey man, I didn't know." And I didn't get angry with him. I didn't like start fighting with him, which is what I might have done at a different point in time in my life. Just like, "Why are you talking to," you know, I would have reacted to the way that he was talking to me rather than what his actual frustration was.
Yeah.
So as soon as I said, and I didn't say anything other than that, I was just like, "Hey, I didn't know." And then that was the end of it, you know what I mean? And so I was just like, all right, so I'll put the trash somewhere else, you know what I mean? In that moment, he was like holding me responsible for everyone else.
Yeah, of course.
Who, you know, who has put, you know what I mean? And it's not like, even if, I'm sure if he thought about it, you know, it's not like people were like, "Yeah, we're going to put the trash in his thing so that he has to pay for taking our trash away." we got over on him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think people were just like, "Yeah, there's a dumpster. I put the trash in it." You know what I mean? And so it's really interesting. Like, I think we could resolve like conflicts a lot easier when we are slower to react, and when we kind of try to understand where the other person is coming from. And I think this is a good point you were making about like not taking it personally. It may not have anything to do with you, you know what I mean? So that's why you should ask, you know?
Yeah, open communication.
Yeah, you're so smart.
Oh, you're so nice. Yeah.
So
but I know that it's not so easy. If you are full of emotions, especially bad emotions, you know, like you are angry, it's not so easy to control yourself. Time to time, I really got angry and I started to scream. So I took my time, got back. Sorry. It was not to you.
I'm happy to say that I've gotten a lot better with this. Like, well, I mean, I think, you know, in Philadelphia, I learned a lot of this as well, because in certain places, the consequences are much higher when you have a conflict, you know? And so if you react quick, you have to be ready to take it as far as the conflict needs to go, you know? And so especially when I got to Montreal and I realized like people don't really fight here. You know what I mean? Like people, they just yell, they get angry and they grab each other and they push each other, whatever. No one throws a punch though. You know what I mean? Then they just yell at each other as they go down the street separately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if we could have these kind of conflicts, then you can be as angry as you want. But like, when things can go further than that and you know what I mean, things can escalate, then you have to like think a little bit more. But I think the idea is to try to not get so angry so fast just in general, you know what I mean, and try to figure out why things are going in the direction that they're going in when it comes to another person.
Self-control.
Yes.
Self-control.
Yeah.
That is big work, you know.
Yeah.
It's so easy just to scream asshole than to think about, why you feel like this?
Yeah.
Why you feel like this exactly to this person at this moment? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Why I react like this? What he was doing so touching me or so offensive to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you can say, you can say, hey, I mean, even if you could get yourself into the habit, like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Like, actually, I think this is mine. I've practiced this enough. And I think I do ask that this is usually the way I'll approach that situation. If someone approaches me like angry, yo, what's up? What's up? You know?
Yeah.
And then if you can get the person to explain what their actual problem is, then you got a chance. If you are angry, I think, I don't know. I don't even know if I get that angry that fast anymore. Like I don't get angry super fast. Like I think people get angry with me fast.
You know what I noticed? I'm a very calm person.
Yeah.
Positive, calm, I'm less person which start to scream.
Yeah.
And got angry, start to scream.
Yeah.
Only one person was able to make me really crazy for 1 minute.
Okay.
From 0 till 200.
Yeah.
It was my ex-husband.
Of course.
My first ex-husband. We cannot communicate really till now because he's driving me crazy, and he's, he's doing this, he's planned to do it.
Oh, so he knows what works. He knows what works. And
he knows how to do it, and he do it with plan.
Yeah.
Special to drive me crazy, to make me angry, to have some emotional feedback, and he get it all. With only this person in all my life. And usually I'm very calm.
Yeah.
And if somebody scream next to me, I keeping to be calm and try to find out. And that I notice that because I'm all the time calm and nice, some people prefer to put their bad emotion on me.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Yeah, I know I am nice, I am calm, whatever, but it's not reason to put all your shit on me.
Yeah.
Take it back. Bring it somewhere, garbage. But not with me.
Yeah, I mean, I do recognize that sometimes if you are calm, it can actually make someone more angry.
Yeah,
it can make someone angrier if you're calm, and so. Yeah, I guess it's like a delicate dance. But I mean, I think it's like, especially if you have more than one interaction with someone, I think you can pick up on these things and know what you need to do in that situation. Because to me, this is like letting someone else take control of your emotions. You know what I mean? Like, so if someone is trying to make you angry, I think this is something worth fighting against. You know what I mean? Like, because if someone like you're like, actually you're letting someone move you onto their playing field. You know what I mean? Like, if they like to be angry and they feel more comfortable being angry, and maybe this isn't you, you've moved the situation into their favor, like and they'll feel super comfortable there, you know?
Yeah, it can be one side, another side, you know. I feel a bit it's same way, like, you know, there's people that like to scream on kids or on people which is weaker because they cannot answer, you know.
Yeah.
It's safe
Yeah.
to scream on kids, for example, on own kids or other kids, just to like man screaming on wife, and because she cannot reply, you know, it's safe. I will scream on her, put all bad emotions, all negative emotions what I have. After I will feel good, you know. This it's lack of abuse, I guess.
Yeah.
And in some people, you know, for me, it's like signed. If someone act with me like this, it's already signed. It's I do nothing wrong. I'm calm because I'm calm, and it's not reason to put all shit on me,
Right.
or scream on me, you know.
Right.
And a lot of people not doing like this, and some of people do it when they start to be more comfortable with me, and they know that I will not reply, that I will not scream back, I will not hit, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do it like this, and for me it's like you know, red lamp.
Yeah.
Keep distance.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that person that need to be next to you. You know.
Yeah. Well, you know, the interesting thing, I had a thought about how to handle this situation, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would still do something like this, but you know, this is more like when you dealing with somebody, like this is more Philadelphia way of handling things, like
to bring your gun.
No, well, yeah, but the point is like when you meet someone for the first time, right? You understand the concept of someone trying you. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to see where your boundary is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think sometimes you have to have a huge overreaction. If someone like, and I mean, this is actually counterproductive to everything that we're talking about, but like some people, they only understand one way of being. I think, and it's especially important to do it the first time that it happens. Like you have to have a reaction that is way out of proportion with what they did to you. Like, so if they scream on you, you got to go crazy. You have to go crazy on them, right? and the thing is when you do it like this, you only have to do it once, because now they know that you're capable of going off. Like they know you're capable, and now you can go back to being, they're going to always remember that. They're going to always remember that you're capable of going off. Then they treat you accordingly. And then you can go back to being the nice person that you want to be, right? But like the thing is if you're nice in the beginning, people always just keep pushing it to see how far they can go with you. You know what I mean? And so, and you can't, it's so much harder to get someone to unlearn that kind of behavior. That's why you got to set the standard beforehand. It's funny because, there was two different women that I dated here in Berlin, where one did it once, one did it once or twice. Like she had this habit of like, if I would be like making jokes with her or say something funny or I tease her a little bit, and then she like hit me in the face. Like
hit you.
like she would hit me in the face like really lightly or whatever, but like oh you crazy and like hit me and then I was just like, nah, we don't do this, like, you know what I mean, like you can't hit me in the face. But she's just like, oh, I'm a girl, so it's not hurting you or whatever and everything. And I was like,
it's not nice.
No, and I was just like, nah, we're not even going down this road or whatever. And she did it like, I think I said something the first time she did it, and then she did it like one or two more times, and I told her, I was like, yo, this has got to stop, you know what I mean? Like, and she understood that I wasn't playing when I said that, you know, and then she stopped doing it. And then I had the same situation with another woman later, and she did it, and I think she was like, something that I had said had, I guess, kind of offended her in some way, and then she like did this light hit in the face again, like, and I told her like right then and there, and then I was like, nah, I'm not having anybody, especially not in my face, you not hit me in my face or whatever, right? And she was just like, oh, well, you know, sometimes when people say something, and I was like, no, there is no situation where I can say anything that you think is okay to like hit me in the face or whatever, you know, under any circumstances. And we had a little conversation about it, like, and because she was like kind of pushing back on the idea that like she felt like she was justified in doing this. And I was just like, nah, man, like, no. If you feel like there's any situation where you feel like you need to hit me in the face, then we don't need to be around each other. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm just not going down that road with you, you know? Luckily, at the end of this discussion, she understood it, and that was the end of it, and it never even came up again, you know? But I feel like if I would have let that continue, there was like a chance that like it could turn into something more, and then she'll feel more comfortable like actually being angry, like, and then doing something, you know what I mean?
It's really good point. Really good point. This I need to learn. I need to learn. I try to learn it, and it's really something. If you cut it from first time, it will never happen. But I think anyway, it's something, you know, it's something not healthy if somebody hit me in face, or I cannot imagine situation in which I will hit someone in face. Because, you know, face, it's something very personal. Maybe I can push you on hand, you know, or arm. I don't know, something, you know, some touching, but it will be not like a hit, you know. Yeah, and face, it's really something very, I don't know. It's in my eyes, it's not really something proper to do.
Yeah.
You know, my my story, my Russian, it was Philadelphian way to fix problem,
right?
And Russian, it was my Russian way to fix problem. So it was 19th. And my uncle, he was a counter for mafia, and at home he had a real gun. It was a little bit constructed so that you cannot use it like a real gun. You can use it only like with gas patron. You know, something special. You cannot really kill someone with this. But it was still real gun. You know, so heavy. So nice. And it was one guy. I was something around 12. And it was one boy.
And how old were you?
I was 12.
Okay, you were 12. Okay.
Yeah, he was same age. 12 or 13, something like this. Not more than 13 years old. And guy was boy. It was boy. And every time when I passed by, he was telling to me something, you know, what I was not liking to listen. I don't know. And you looking like a bird with this skinny legs, or you know, something was for to touch me all the time. I was so angry with him, and I thought, what I can do for to stop this something like mobbing. I don't know, you know, like this hate. I didn't feel something good about this, you know, only bad. And he told only some stupid stuff. And all the time when he saw me, I said, why this person hate me so much? I done nothing to him. I am just doing my stuff, touch no one. And he act like this. What I done? I invite him. I make appointment with him that I like to speak with him. We make place, time. He said yes. I was surprised.
He probably liked you.
I was 12, you know. Yes, I was 12.
Yeah.
So I took gun because my uncle was not home.
No. Okay.
And I
Oh my God.
it was not nice action.
No.
Never repeated.
No.
So, and I asked him, what, because, to go alone to meet guy, I was feeling not good. And with gun, I was looking, much better. And I asked him, why you're doing like this? And he was very close to start to crying. Because, this gun was real. It was real gun.
Yeah.
And he said, at first he started, I was sorry, I was not liking to do something bad to you or something like this. He said, but what is the reason? What is the reason? Tell me a reason. And in the end, he was really very close to start to cry and said, because I like you so much.
Of course.
I said,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but why you was not telling? I don't know how.
Yeah.
Because you are looking so gorgeous and so on, and
Yes.
you're looking with face like nobody can come to you closer than 5 meters.
Right.
I said, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. See? So the idea
So I think in Florida I will be at home.
in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Nah, but don't listen. I'm just going to give you and anyone who's thinking about this. If you pull a gun on somebody in Philadelphia, whether it's real or not, you better be prepared to do something because
Run.
yeah. I mean, don't pull out guns on people. Don't pull out guns like that. But yeah, don't do this in Philadelphia. Don't do this in Philadelphia.
I would say more. Never do it.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
It's most awful things that can happen. Ever.
Yeah.
And it's it's
because that
not
could have gone wrong in 10 different ways. That could have gone wrong in a lot of different ways. Yeah.
But I was aware that it's not real gun. It was just looking like it was empty inside as well, and I checked that it's empty.
Well, this is the thing.
But anyway.
Anyway,
this person was not aware that it's not real.
Yeah.
And he was not aware that it's empty inside.
Yeah.
But I can. My excuse, it was wild 90s in Russia.
Okay.
And my uncle was part of mafia, and it was normal to listen that somebody shoot on street, and die from shooting on street.
Well, this is exactly the point. This is the point that I'm making, because if you pulled out a gun and it's not loaded and not real, someone may think that you have a real gun, and then they pull out a real gun.
Yeah.
So that's my whole. This is the other layer to it.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, guns. It's worst experience that I had ever. And after this, I start to think that people action of people not meaning how it's looking like, It's after this moment.
Yeah.
I just okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can be wrong in many directions.
Yeah.
Many.
Yes.
But I was,
you almost shot your next boyfriend. Did y'all fall in love after this?
No.
No?
No, but we start to be friends.
Yeah?
We start to be really good friends.
Yeah.
Some accident happens. Now he's not with us.
Oh, sorry.
It's unfortunately. Yeah. But we was really very good friends after this, because he started to know, this girl can do everything. She is looking maybe nice, but nobody knows what it is. But really, it was not action that somebody have to try to do even once in life.
Yeah.
Because I felt awful. A long time after, in this moment, and long time after, I felt just horrible.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing something good.
Yeah.
It was not good action.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I have to tell you some stories about my mom another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She dance well. Safe.
Well,
with your dad?
no, my mom. Well, my mom didn't carry a fake gun though. Yeah, no, no. I mean, yeah, she had some run-ins with my father as well, but like, no, my mom carried a gun when she was young all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
but in Philadelphia,
Yeah.
it's no other way.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it was her way, but yeah. So I'll tell you about it some other time, though. This may, I got to get the appropriate clearances. Like I don't want to tell all my mom's stories or whatever, but and I only know the stories that she told me, and I know she hasn't told me everything, and the stuff that I know is already like more than enough. And so I can only imagine the stories that she's gonna carry to her grave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not opposed to guns, but to me, that wasn't the situation for doing any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's this is, I guess this is having an example of having the overreaction that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yes, best example of reaction
that's a huge overreaction. So
of teenage girl.
Yeah.
And about guns, and in Texas, I guess it's allowed to have gun with you all the time and to store it at home and whatever. Everybody.
I think you can carry it open.
Yes.
Yeah, people can see you carrying it.
Texas. And I read about some statistics that it's safest place in USA,
Yeah,
Texas.
I can imagine.
Everybody with gun, everybody can shoot you in any moment, but nobody is doing because they know other person have it in their pocket.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like when you have this understanding, when people know that you are equal, like, because this is the equalizer, you know what I mean? Like, and I think this is the premise under which my mom carried a gun, and I don't know how she started carrying it, like where she got it from or whatever, The thing is like, people think that they can overpower other people. And in a lot of cases it is like, like a man is generally physically stronger than a woman. You know what I mean? So he can overpower her, but how she equalizes the things is by having a weapon. When you have this understanding, people are less likely to do something, try something on you, if they know that you can find a way to protect yourself, or you have a way to protect yourself. So I can understand how this could be a safer place, Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like, I grew up in a house full of guns. The guns have always been a part of my life, you know what I mean? I used to, like in Philadelphia, you can get a license to carry a gun. People can't know that you have it.
Oh, okay.
It's illegal to show someone that you have the gun. I used to have a license to carry. I didn't carry all the time, but like,
you have it, do you?
It's probably expired now, but I used to have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's just about like thinking about consequences and conflict resolution or whatever, right? Like I had a situation with a girl that I used to date, and when we broke up, she started seeing someone else, and it was really upsetting to me.
Oh.
And I can't give too many details, because then people will know who I'm talking about or whatever. Like, some people will know who I'm talking about. I don't want to give too many details, but like, it was a situation where I was like bothered enough by it that I wanted to do something to this guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the thing is, this guy was probably 3 times bigger than me. Like, there was we couldn't have a fair fight. Like, there was either he was going to hurt me, or I would need to hurt him in a real way to have a fight with him. You know what I mean? When I started to think about that, like, this is what made me not do it. It was not do anything, not take it any further because I realized that like there's no good way out of this situation. Like, I mean, I guess I could have tried to fight him and just taken what I got. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I could have won fighting him fairly. You know what I mean? But like the fact that I realized that like even if I would have fought him unfairly and won the fight, then something would have happened to me. And if he would have beat me, even if it was fairly, there was people in my life that would not have let that go. You know what I mean? Like, so something would have happened, even if it was fair, something would have happened to him. And so because I didn't want to put anyone else in another position, I thought about it and I was just like, I just got to let it go because there's just no...
What was stopping to you not doing this not right step?
Well, because I thought about it, because I was like, "This."
So you alone, or did you speak with someone, or?
Well, no, I didn't. The thing is, I didn't make a threat directly to him, but I said it in front of someone else. I said something to someone else about it.
Oh.
And I mean, I thought about it then because I mean, I was not in a good.
I can imagine.
I was not in a good place at this moment. You know what I mean? And then so I was just like, well, I said something out loud, so I really can't do something now. Like I said something out loud, and if something happens to him, then it's already getting traced back to me, you know? Fortunately, my thinking brain overcame my emotions, you know what I mean? But the thought about it not going any further, like is something that I thought about on my own as well, because I was just like, there's no good ending for this, you know what I mean? There's just no ending for it to take it that far. Like someone's going to end up really hurt, someone's going to end up in jail, like, you know what I mean? So you just got to let it go. And yeah, so
when I my first divorce was just awful, the horriblest time in all my life. It was really a lot of stuff. I'm from St. Petersburg, and St. Petersburg, it's like a most mafia city in Russia. And I had some friends that was part of mafia, and there was in some position in I don't know, or whatever. And when I spoke and complained about my situation, my not so easy relation with my almost he was his husband, and they said, Daria, I cannot understand your problem. You know us, 300 euro, and tomorrow you don't have husband anymore. You have no problem. Special price for you, 300 euro. And it was, it was not a joke.
I know.
It was serious. US dollar. It was more bigger. But, it still was not so much money. It's I can pay it just now from my pocket. It was like this. It's a special price for you. Or 150 and we just broke his legs. It's look, it's easiest for you. I listen now 1 hour, you're complaining. It's for this 1 hour I can do something already for you. I said, okay, maybe I need to shut up.
And that's the thing, like, especially when people, that luckily it was like a business transaction. The thing is if someone does something to someone, it's like, this is how a lot of people express that they care about you. Like they will do things for you that you don't even ask them to do. And that's why you don't talk about certain things. Like, this is, I wouldn't have even had that conversation. You know what I mean? Like there's things that I wouldn't tell certain people in my life because I know they would do something. And I had like an uncle, like this is what he used to always say to me, like, if anybody bothers you, you just let me know. And this is how he showed me that he cared. And he would have did something, you know what I mean? And I had plenty of people around me like this. And this is why I internalized like a lot of situations. Like I was like, especially when like even if they are bullies themselves, they don't like if it's someone that they actually like, they don't like to see people that they like be bullied. You know what I mean? Like, and even it's like either I could even bully you, but I'm not going to let anybody else bully you. You know, it's just like when you have a brother or sister, like they might give you a hard time, but they don't want to let anybody else give you a hard time, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, you got to be careful with this. Like there are certain situations that I never would tell anybody about because I know something bad would happen because of it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, it's best to like try to think about everything and think about the consequences of everything before you before you take an action.
An open communication.
Yeah, and try to communicate first, like, because this could solve a lot of problems, like, and people, and put your ego and your pride aside. You know, because that's actually in that situation that I was talking about. That guy didn't do anything to me. Really, he didn't do anything to me. He was just with my ex-girlfriend. You know.
Yeah.
It's always best to communicate to yourself as well. Communicate to other people and communicate to yourself, and try to find another way to resolve your conflicts. You know,
so I can recommend everybody meditation. Meditate 1-2 hours, and after take any decision. You know? Yes. If you like to make fire.
Yeah, and you know, you know, I'm not a meditator, right? But I understand this, right? You know what my way of handling these kinds of things and I might have mentioned this before, when someone wrongs me, I just try to make myself really good. I try to just be so good at something or like create something and show them that like, you know what I mean? Like that, like I just make myself better. Like this is my way of winning. You know what I mean? I win by becoming the best version of myself, you know?
But you win already as you are.
Yeah.
You are already winner.
Well, yeah.
You know?
You know, this is our conflict.
I know.
You know, this is our conflict.
I have keep to repeat it, you know?
Yeah.
Once you start to believe me.
Yeah. Okay.
Once you start to believe me, you start to believe me.
Okay. Well, this is one you will have to repeat many, many times before I ever believe this one, because I do. This is fundamentally against my personal philosophy. You know?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, we having a conflict right now. Look.
Oh, it's not a conflict.
Yeah. Okay.
For me, it's not a conflict. I will keep to repeat it.
Okay.
Anyway, don't matter what you say.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but you know, it's not so easy to grow up this feeling that I'm already fulfilled or I'm already perfect and winner and so on. What is more appropriate? And that's why maybe it's bring this big hole of frustration in which some people just fall down complete in a situation like we described when something happens, emotional bombs explode in head and you're and this hole of frustration and negative emotions and all shit is going up.
Yeah. So hopefully we've presented some tools, some ways that you can use to resolve conflicts and arguments and passionate discussions, you know, and disagreements.
So you know what? At least we show minimum 3 sides what it can be.
Yeah.
Why something happens.
Yeah.
We present minimum 3 side. Maybe you can listen as more sides, and maybe you can share it with us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It will be nice if somebody said, "I know this. This can be as well," or I act like this. It is helpful. It will be nice everybody to know it, and we will post it in Instagram and Facebook because this what everybody have to be aware how to handle conflicts or just emotional situation. don't come with gun to someone.
Yes.
It's not best solution.
Yes,
it's not a
definitely
solution at all.
Right. I am Hollis P. Monroe.
I'm Daria.
We are believers, and we will speak to you soon. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, looking forward to hear from you. And have a nice day, night, evening.
Yes, morning.
Morning.
Ciao.
Cheers.
Do you belong